now rejecting everything. But after that, she had got to a place of health where she began to speak more. I bring that point out by saying this. The road to health is extremely volatile. The road to health is scary, and the road to health destroys many things at the beginning. So, this is the road to health. Jesus comes and he says, I'm going to be crucified. They say, no, Jesus, let it not be. He said, no, it has to get worse before it get better. He goes on trial, and the Bible says they slap him, they spit on him, and they beat him, and they whip him. He's bloody. Somebody, Jesus, you can call the angels down. Stop this right now. He said, no, this is the road to health. I got to go through it because it gets worse before it gets better. They take him, and they put a cross on his back, and he falls down. He's too weak to even carry. Somebody, Jesus, call the angels right now. Stop this. He said, no, it got to get worse before it gets better. They put him on a cross. They put nails in his hand. They put nails in his feet. They put a crown of thorns on his head. He's bleeding from the top of his head. Jesus, why are you taking this? Come down, they begin to say. No, you don't understand. It got to get worse before it get better. He's dehydrating and he's suffocating. That's how Jesus didn't die because of the nails. And Jesus didn't die because of the thorns in his head. Jesus didn't die because of the vinegar they fed. Jesus died because he was suffocated to death. That's how he died. He died because his airways were closed and he couldn't breathe. And he died. And then after he died, they grabbed a spear and pierced him in his side. And the Bible says blood and water came out. Somebody says, see, I told him he should have kept his mouth. He shouldn't have said nothing. He should have left well enough alone. He should have just stayed to himself. He was making too much ruckus with the 5,000 and the healing and going here and doing miracles. He should have never turned that water into wine. He should have just left all the well alone and he'll still be here today. You almost hear Jesus from the grave. It got to get worse before it get better. I can imagine the second day they were walking around sad, saying he shouldn't have did it. There's his tomb. He should have. And I can imagine on that third day, many of them may have thought, we didn't left everything for Jesus and now he's gone. But the Bible says early on Sunday morning, he arose with all power in his hand. See, sometimes you got to trust Jesus on the road to health, in the midnight hour, and in the darkness of 3 days. But if you can keep letting go what's evil and keep holding on to what is good, and you can keep speaking the truth, you know what eventually what the truth will do? Before the truth sets you free, it'll break your heart. But after it breaks your heart, then you'll be free. This invitation is now given unto you. If you're here this morning and you say, Lord, I need you. I need you in my house. I need you in my life. I need you in my walk. And maybe you've been keeping Jesus out because you've been keeping busy and you've been strong. Maybe it's time to open the door and say, Jesus, come on in. I'm the one that actually you've been calling. My stuff is actually on your list, Jesus. And I need your help and I need your assistance. Some of us don't get the things that we need because we don't say anything. And a lot of us, we stop praying because we believe it's not going to change. Your faith is hindering God's intervention. Start believing again. Start trusting again. Don't be afraid when the smoke comes and it looks like it's going to get on fire and it looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. Keep leaving what's evil and cling to what is good. And you'll wake up one day saying, it's blessed to be here. You'll say, oh God,